This is going to be an unusual gameplay. First of all, I wanted to show you what I just bought. This is a 4D puzzle of Gotham City, jigsaw puzzle. It is, I showed this on Instagram already, 1,400 pieces. So this is going to be a virtual tour. You can make a Arkham Knight board game out of this if you wanted to. Don't know how you would do it. So, you got three levels. You got the jigsaw map, you got the island topography, and then you got the buildings, and then you can go through the descriptions of what all these buildings are about. So this is a little bit of fun. When I post more videos on different topics, I'll show you how far I've come along. But you can see here, this is supposed to be the result. There are about a handful of videos on YouTube already showing you what it looks like completed. I'm sure there's even a time-lapse video where they go, they show it really fast and stuff. So good on them, but I don't have the patience to do a time-lapse video for you. So for now, here's a mess of pieces. I got some of this done over here, and that's pretty much, this was the easiest to put together. It's Batman's insignia, and you got Gotham City Harbor, you got the Tri-Corner and Bob Kane sound. And all this shit, all this got to be put together. But I'm not doing this video live like I would want to, because what I would like to do is play a game. This is an anniversary game. 35 years ago, a game came out. It's not Clue Clue Land. It's not Excite Bike or Pac-Land. I have those games, but I would have to put those separately in a separate gameplay. So for now, let's go ahead and put this up. I'm praying I can get on the stand, because I'm praying that I can. I may not be able to. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my gameplay. Gee, we're upside down. Why are we upside down? Now, the reason why it's vertical is this is the original arcade description here, the original mode. So originally, when I saw this at Catalina Island in 1990, oh shit! I saw this at Catalina Island back in 1990 or 1991. So I was fascinated. I said, I've always played Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which I'll show you. Here is Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, which I gladly own. This is worth a whole lot of money, I'm sure, on eBay. Then we had the Mr. Dream version of Punch-Out that came out later, but this is the one that's worth the most, of course. Mike Tyson, I remember Adam Sandler's reiteration of Mike Tyson, so anyway, this is the original. I don't know who this guy is on the left. But Little Mac is supposed to fight all these different guys. But Mike Tyson is not in this version, of course. So, yeah. So anyway, my collection of Punch-Out started with Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, then Super Punch-Out. I didn't get Punch-Out for the Wii. But, let me see here. Can we get the... No, we're fine. Hold on. I gotta pause this. Oh, shit again. So, I got as far as Mr. Dream on the NES Punch-Out. God damn it. You remember that same voice from Ganon in Zelda 2? I'm going to do a rematch. Can I just press rematch? Oh, no, I can't do that. Yeah. So I remember the voice from Ganon in Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, and Bald Bull's voice. For Super Punch-Out, I got only as far as, let's see. The masked guy, the wrestler. The one that wants to spit in your eye. But of course, with this one came out in 1984, February 1984, I think it came out in Japan first and then America, but I can't swear to it. But this is how, before Mike Tyson... Oh shit. This is not good. Fuck! So it's just like anything. It's not real boxing, of course. It's like Dance Dance Revolution. It's like, you know, like a boss battle. Figured out the patterns. Left, right, A, B, start. Or is that Konami's code? Shit. Fuck. Yeah, this is me sucking badly at this. What does it say? Do you want to register? No, I don't. Let's see. What should I put? You know what? In honor of Kali UK, I'm going to put this. Because Kali UK, Collie UK, oh, for fuck's sake. I couldn't even put tit. Kali UK would put that in all of his videos, in reviews of games. He has this game, Frank Bruno's Boxing for the Spectrum, which is just like Punch-Out. It's a Punch-Out clone. That's where they nicked ideas and stole ideas. But Punch-Out never got a big following. You know, I used to think that, oh, well, you know, if it came out on Nintendo, it would come out in Super Nintendo, then N64. I mean, maybe some people thought... Some people probably thought there'd be an N64 version of Punch-Out or Game Boy. Or, you know, GameCube version. And people had to wait years. They had to wait a couple of generations for Punch-Out to come back on the Wii. And then even on, like, Super Smash. And I do think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Little Mac came back on the on Super Smash Bros. Brawl. But you know what? It would have been interesting to see King Hippo in the okay, I'm not. I don't do well at Punch-Out. The only living legacy of Punch-Out now is ARMS on the Switch. I don't have ARMS. Oh, that's it. Glass Joe is a little bit tougher on this arcade edition than it was on the NES. I didn't want the NES edition. I could have gotten it on my 3DS, but I decided that I think it would have been interesting to see the arcade edition, because the arcade edition is significantly different. As you can see here, it looks way different. Now, of course, that's Piston Honda, and Piston Hurricane came back on the Super Nintendo. Oh, this guy's a bastard. So they made this one. They made Super Punch-Out on arcade before the Super Nintendo. So there was a Super Punch-Out on the arcades. Oh shit! You remember that move? I could never. Oh shit! I forgot how to duck. Yeah, that's okay. You can downvote my shitty playing here. This is not Super Mario. This is not a first-person adventure or third-person adventure. This is just, you know... Fuck. I don't remember how to do any of this shit anymore, to be honest with you. Yeah, but these were arcade classics. I mean, this was before, you know, NES, you know, became really took off. Because all you had was Atari 2600, Atari 5200, Commodore. That's it. Or you had board games. Or you would just get like a big old beanbag and just punch that a few times. If you weren't a professional boxer. Or you just exercised more. So to have this is a real treat. And it goes along with the Versus Super Mario Brothers series. You know, there was an arcade version of Super Mario Brothers, but it was slightly different from the NES version or Famicom. Motherfucker. Oh, shit. Fuck. It's just everything's happening so fast. I'm used to, you know... Alright, one more attempt at this sadistic pile of shit, as another video game reviewer would say. Press start. I'm pressing start, you piece of shit. I'm pressing the fuck start. T. There we go. There we go, I got the name I wanted. Okay, last rounds, because I'm done with this shit. This game isn't exactly pleasing, is it? I got as far as Ball Bull. I can't get any farther. Shit. Yeah, it's tough. But yeah, this game is like 35 years old. They were very simple games back then. See, the 1960s was about Pong. And the 70s was about space games and black and white games and monochrome and Vectrex. And then after Pac-Man, then they started going into weird cartoon character games like Pac-Land and Clu Clu Land and just cartoon like Mario, Donkey Kong, Granny and the Gators, which was a pinball and video game composition. I can't do my super knockout. Shit. Because you have to make these moves like ass quickly. I mean, ass quickly. Time. So I mean, I automatically lose. Rematch. Okay, if I don't get this, I'm done. Like, I gotta get past this shit. It's fucking Glass Joe. I mean, Glass Joe is the easiest motherfucker in the whole game. Even on the Nintendo, right? It's Gabby J on the Super Punch-Out. I don't know who it is on the Wii. And you gotta be fucking fast. Alright, now we gotta try this fat bastard again. I'll be cooking tonight. I think it's just gonna be cheap hamburger helper. But I can add some diced tomatoes and some red peppers to make it good. And Parmesan cheese. So it's a lasagna hamburger helper. Shit. Fuck. Shit! Alright. Fuck this. Alright, so that was that. I'll show you one more time the Punch-Out. So, that's my memories of Punch-Out. Basically, you know, the game doesn't last long, right? Whether you play Super Punch-Out on the arcade or regular Super Punch-Out, Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, NES Remake Punch-Out, Mr. Dream, or Wii Punch-Out, or ARMS. ARMS actually has more creativity. It's, you know, you're using the Joy-Cons, essentially. So it's not too bad. This was not a fun gameplay, as I can tell you. I didn't have a whole lot of fun doing this. But I did it because it's the 35th anniversary of Punch-Out. But some people liked some of my gameplay. It's not a very exciting gameplay. I think next weekend I will do some... I'm going to access an old games program on my 3DS called Smile Basic. Now, if you know what Smile Basic is, it's a whole list of old games, games you can make yourself. But in tradition of, for the 50th anniversary of Pong and the creation of video games by Ralph Baer, I'm going to bring that up next weekend. So for this weekend, because it was February 1984 that Punch-Out came out, and this is the last week of February, I figured I would just give you, you know, a little bit of Punch-Out. There's like maybe 10 or 11 fighters, but this one's very crude. Unlike the NES Punch-Out, it doesn't fall back on winner by decision, by unanimous decision. And, you know, so, you know, obviously an NES Punch-Out, if you run out of time, that's okay. You know, you basically, they look at the merits of your ability to defend and offend and defend. But in the arcades, it's very, very, you know, very quick. Just, you got to get it done. Punch, punch, punch. Let's end on a happier note. Since I don't have, let me see, I don't have a whole lot more to show, but here's my Rocksteady punching guy. This is Rocksteady from Ninja Turtles. You push the buttons on the back, and he actually punches forward. So this one, the legs straighten out, and this one's a kind of a hard jab. So that's it. So next week, I'll do Smile Basic on the 3DS and show you some retro games on that to commemorate 50 years of video games. Because there's nothing like a video game you can actually create yourself. That's the gift that keeps on giving. So until then, I'm going to put him right next to the R-Wing. And we'll do some more Mackenzie Foy stuff and some more stunt double takes. And until then, take care.